Hello everyone, this is Warren from the Rhapsody Piano Studio. I want to welcome you to today's free live lesson. We're going to be learning For Good, and this is from Wicked. It's also in the, if you want the collection, it's from More Simple Songs. It's like Simple Songs Part 2. If I find a single version online, if you want just a single version of it as well, I'll try to find that. So, I'll post that as well. So, just recap, if you want the single version, it'll be there in the cards. If I can find one, otherwise, you can get the entire book. There's a lot of cool songs in the whole book anyway. So, again, I always plan on doing as many songs from collections as possible as well to kind of help you guys out for those who have book collections. And also, once you understand the stuff I'm teaching you in these lessons, because these are concepts, okay? Reason why most tutorials don't work is just because they're just step-by-step answers. Whenever you teach like that, whenever you learn like that, you learn nothing actually. So the stuff I'm teaching you here are just ways to practice on your own, to be your own teacher. So please keep on trying to watch these videos. It can be learned, okay? I do it with my students all the time. It's pretty awesome and amazing feeling when they get to figure out songs on their own. So you can test your knowledge once you're done with this lesson, or you can watch a few more, or if this is not at your level, you can find one that's at your appropriate level, because I have lessons at all levels. Hit up the cards or the video description below, because there will be a tutorial video for this one where you can test your own knowledge and see if you can figure out the songs, or if you can just get a new song as well. So it's not like you have to do this one, okay? If you understand the stuff I'm teaching you in these lessons, then it's a good sign if you can teach yourself and learn the songs without these lessons and doing it on your own. Hope that made sense to you guys. Now, last but not least, make sure you hit up that. Make sure you not hit it, but press the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed already. And also, if you want to catch whenever I go live, then hit the notification bell. Just hit it, I guess, or ring it, whatever. So you can catch when I go live. And also make sure you're keeping up with this channel, because I also am posting tutorials daily, about 2 of them a day. All right, this is For Good. I'm going to show you the simplest, most effective way to learn this song at least. All right, I'm going to give you the introduction. Okay, so when you're practicing most music, I'm not saying this applies to everything you do, or even when you're learning, you can think back to, if you're a college student, you can think back to like elementary or whatever, or even if you're in college, you can use this to help with your assignments as well. You want to divide the songs, whatever you're practicing the music, okay, into small chunks. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Technically it's 4 measures. It's 5 if you're looking at the music, because if you look at the 4th measure, that's a 2-beat measure. So it goes really short. Let me count it for you from the beginning so you can kind of hear how that goes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So watch that 2-beat measure. It can kind of throw you off if you're not paying attention to it. All right, back to the beginning. Listen one more time, and then we're gonna just try it together. Now I want to say a quick little thing about repetitions is that repetitions don't matter as much as you think. Just when you're playing this, it doesn't have to be perfect, okay? And so just do good enough. You want to do good enough and just move on to something else, because it's better to space out your repetitions. What do I mean? Let's say you try it one time, it doesn't go so well. You can wait a few minutes and try it again. Then you can wait another minute and try it again. And then the harder it is, the less you want to wait in between. The easier it gets, the longer you want to wait, okay? So it's just really up to you how many times you want to do it. There's really no magic number, okay? All right, let's try it together from the beginning. Ready, go. Alright, now we're going to continue on with the song. Sorry, some of these notes didn't come out. Alright, so we went all the way to, I'm going to have to give you words, the lyrics to the song, because we don't have any measure numbers here, which is always a thorn in my side whenever they do that. So I've heard it said that people come into our lives for a reason, bringing something we must learn, and we are led. So we're going to stop right there, okay? Let me just give you the right hand now. Okay, let's try it together. Ready, go. Watch those repeated notes. Now here's the left hand. So a pretty simple pattern there. Let's try that together. Ready, go. Alright, now we're gonna go back to both hands. And if you notice what I'm doing here is I'm playing it first, and we're actually not playing it right away. I'm showing you both hands, and then I'm going back and we're doing hands separate, and then practicing it again when we're doing hands together, because I want you to listen first to how it sounds, give some space, get it? The whole space thing I was talking about in between. So then you kind of have it in your ear a little bit before you try it both hands, okay? And then that's another thing I'm not going to talk about too much in this video, but you can also try to figure out how are you going to, like the tutorial videos, right? It's like a listening thing. So you can incorporate that into your practice routine, like listening, studying, learning. It's just, you don't want to spend your time only practicing piano. You need to be listening, all right? That's why I created these tutorial videos, okay? You can't get better by just only practicing. All right, here is both hands again. Alright, let's try it together, and I'm going to slow it down. Ready, go. Alright, we're going to keep it going. And stop that, well, if, or well, I don't know if I believe, that measure. Okay, here's the right hand, led. So we're doing it from led to, well, I don't know if I believe, all right. All right, now here's the left hand. Oh, actually, we gotta try that together. Here we go, ready, go. Okay, back to the left hand. Okay, let's try that together. Ready, go. Back to both hands. Okay, together now. Ready, go. All right, now, when you have, I say, look, this is a fairly amount of, we've done enough is what I mean. Because we're gonna go back to the beginning and put these sections all together, okay? So you don't want to wait too long to connect these parts together. Otherwise, you're just going to be practicing in small, short chunks. If you don't practice connecting them together, you won't be able to do the whole song. So you want to look for places where you can do that. So I would choose to go back to the beginning and put this all together, but you might want to stop in a different place. So it's okay to use your own judgment. All right, here's how it sounds from the beginning. right, now I'm going to go back and give you the right hand, left hand, and hands together. And also remember that what I was saying in the beginning about spacing out your repetitions. If you can't do this, then it's okay to just do something else. Come back to it later, because one thing that has to happen for larger sections, it's like, think of it as being correlated to your attention span. So if your attention span is here, and you're trying to do like concentration, paying attention, whatever you want to call it, all right? If it's here, then, you know, if it's a longer section like this, you're probably not going to be able to do it, okay? Anyway, here it is from the beginning, one hand at a time. And let's just try this together. Ready, go. All right, now the left hand, try this at the same time. Ready, go. Okay, now back to the beginning, both hands now. Ready, go. All right, now let me give you the next part. Okay, I'm going to stop it right there like a comet. All right, here's the right hand. Let's try it together. And remember, there's another 2-beat measure at "cause I knew." All right, don't let that throw you off. All right, well, I don't know if I believe. That's where we're starting from. Ready, go. All right, let me show you left hand. Okay, no need to count that. All right, let's do that together. Left hand, ready, go. All right, now back to both hands. Okay, let's try that together. Ready, go. All right, keeping it going, and I'm actually just gonna give you the bottom 3 measures, or the next 3 measures, because I got an awkward page turn, and to just not go back and forth with these page turns, I'm just gonna stop it there. So this might not be where the section ends for you, okay? So if you want to continue on, and then go to the next page and stop it there, go ahead, okay? I'm just doing this because I'm too lazy to go back and forth with the page turning, okay? Here is Comet pulled from orbit. Orbit. All right. All right. Here's the right hand, and let's take it from like a comet. That's a good place to start with the right hand. Ready, go. All right. Now that comet, left hand. Well, we gotta try it together, right? All right, like a comet, ready, go. now left hand. Pretty simple. Ready, go. All right, now let's take it from like a comment in the right hand. We're doing both hands. Listen. Try it together. Ready, go. Okay, now we're gonna go back, put this section together from well, if, well, I don't know. Once again, remember that this is not the actual ending of this section. It's just a page turn, okay? Here's the right hand. Let's just try it together. Ready, go. All right, left hand. Well, I don't know. If I believe. Ready, go. All right, now both hands. Well, I don't know. Ready, go. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is go back to the beginning and let's practice these two pages together if we can. Just do both hands at the same time. And then, you know, like this, I want you guys to think of these instructions as just suggestions, okay? You know, like one thing I encourage a lot of my students, my private students, to do is just really try to customize their own practice. So, you know, just don't follow a specific procedure or process all the time. Like my practice looks very different from every day to day, okay? The only consistent thing is I practice every day. But besides that, what I do in the practice, there's so many different things that I'm trying out. So try out new ideas. You don't have to just do one way all the time. All right, from the beginning, let's try both hands together. Ready, go. Great, we're gonna keep it going. Next part, next page. Let me give you the next section. It's not even next section, it's like a continuation. So I will play it until the, before those repeats actually, because what I suggest is, depending if you're gonna take the repeat, all right? If you're not gonna take the repeat, then you can just practice going straight to the second ending, is what they call that, all right? But if you're planning on taking a repeat, then we're going to practice just before that, and you're going to practice both endings. Let me show you what I mean. Let's keep it going though. So halfway through the wood. So actually it's just like one more measure and we would have ended that section from the previous page. All right. Let me do that again. Sorry. Got distracted. And we'll stop it right there, just before where it says, I have changed. I have been changed, okay? Because that's a repeat, or if you're going to continue on, okay? Anyway, here's the right hand, halfway through the wood. Okay, let's try it together. Ready, go. Here's left hand. it together. Ready, go. Okay, now before we do both hands, sorry, I'm just checking something real quick. All right, I am still online. All right, both hands. All right, let's try it together. Ready, go. Okay, I'm gonna check this real quick. Now, we're gonna go back, or we're not gonna go back. Now, let me show you the first ending. I have been changed for good, and then Faber. I've never seen this Broadway show, so I guess that's another character. All right, so we're gonna just practice that first ending. Now, I have been changed. Careful here because we have a 6-beat measure, 6 beat. So, what's cool about these Broadway songs? Usually, I mean, it's kind of complex, so it's nice. You get a lot of rhythmic variety, but it's kind of difficult too because it can throw you off if you're not used to these different rhythms. So 6 beats. Let me count it for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then right back into 4. Okay? Let's try that together. Very slow. Let me play it for you one more time without the counting to see if you can catch it. Okay? Let me do that again. Okay, and that's about it for that first ending. Now, let's try that together. I have been changed. Ready, go. Okay, now moving on. This is the second ending, okay? And so we're just gonna continue from the second part. I have been changed for good, and then alpha. And just to clear the air, I asked for forgiveness. So we're just gonna continue on to the next section. And then stop it right there at Glinda, but then. All right, his right hand. Just a quick little thing before we do both hands, of course. Clear the air. Now, let me show you what's going on both hands here. See that? I use a little pedal to connect that to continue to sound that, but if you don't use pedal, it sounds like this. Alright? So you gotta make sure those fingers get out the way. See that right there? Okay, anyway, back to right hand. I have been changed, second ending. Ready, go. Alright, here is left hand. Alright, let's try it together. Ready, go. Both hands, ready. All right, let me just play it first. All right, let's try it together now. Ready, go. We're gonna keep going, but just a short little thing here. If you want, you could go back and practice the first page with that second ending, or to repeat whatever you are trying to do. But for today's lesson, we're just gonna keep it going. So Glinda, but then you know, if you wanted to, you can pause it and go back and put everything together that we have so far. All right, here's from Glinda, but then I guess. stop right there. Here's the right hand. Alright, now none of it. Make sure you keep your wrist as loose as possible when you're doing this, okay? Because if it's stiff wrist, those aren't going to come out, okay? Alright, here is Glinda. Ready, go. Okay, left hand. Try it together. Ready, go. Alright, back to both hands. Okay, so before we continue on, we can actually go back and put it together from that second ending. So I have changed for good, okay? So from there, let's just do, actually let me just play for you. We're not actually going to try it at the same time because I just want to throw you off a little bit, okay? Something like, look, curveball is not that bad to think about once in a while. Because I just want to see if you can try it out and see if that works. Just listening to it and not playing it, but then trying it again later. See if that works for you, okay? All right, we're going to continue on from like a comment. Also, quick question before we continue. Have you enjoyed this video? Right? Have you been learning something from it? Did you find it valuable? Do you find it useful? If so, please hit that like button. It helps me out a lot. It really does, to be honest, okay? And I would like to continue to do these lessons. I could only do it with your guys' support and participation, all right? Message over. Here is like a comment. Let me show you right hand. And again, this is the bottom of the page. I don't know if that's the ending of this particular section or verse or whatever you want to call it. But I don't want to deal with that page turn like I was talking about. So that's why I'm stopping it there. All right, right hand. Okay, and also be careful, another 2-beat measure at who can say. All right, right hand, ready, go. All right, left hand. Together now, ready, go. And back to both hands. So we're gonna mix it up. See if you can just try it with me at the same time. Ready, go. Okay, now, here's what we're going to try. Now we're going to go back to the second ending. I have been changed for good. And you're just going to try it with me, both hands, or hands separate and hands together. Then, we're going to take it back a bit. Sorry, excuse me. Oh, this cough is not good. Okay. To halfway through the wood, and then we're going to try both hands from there. Okay, sorry about that. So, I haven't changed. Gosh, something stuck in my throat. Okay, I'll get it. Okay, I haven't changed right hand, left hand. Actually, we're gonna do this. Right hand, left hand. We're not gonna do hands together. Then we're gonna go back to halfway through the wood. Practice it from there. Both hands, second ending, continuing on. If it doesn't make sense, just continue on with this video. All right. I haven't changed for good. Right hand, ready, go. Okay, left hand, ready, go. Okay, now we're gonna go back to halfway through the wood. We're gonna do both hands and skipping that repeat. Okay, so these 2 pages. Now, when I do something like this, how does that make you feel? And I think if you're being honest, you could say it feels a little uncomfortable. It's like something that's way out of left field you're not used to. Well, newsflash, I am telling you, most of the time, if everything is going according to plan of practice, you're not making that much progress because real practice is supposed to feel uncertain, okay? And we're talking long-term results. I'm not saying in the short term, okay? I'll say practicing this way, which is the correct way to be honest, okay? If you do it this way, you don't make a lot of short-term results, but you'll find over the long term, the long haul, you're getting a lot better, okay? So that's a lot of reasons why people don't want to practice this way because they don't see immediate results. This is like working out. It's like exercise. It's like say like if you want to be able to lift heavier and heavier weights, you're not going to do that in your first month. It's going to take maybe a half a year to a year. Okay. All right. Halfway through the wood with without that repeat, both hands, ready, go. Okay, and like I said before, if you can't get that right away, don't worry about it. Just keep going. Do something else. You can review some material. You can go to another song you've been working on, believe it or not, and then come back to this and work on it section by section. All right. Here's the last page, just to mix things up. I'm just going to do the entire last page. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3. 3 measures where it's 2 beats. Be careful at those parts. All right, here's just right hand. Let's try it together. And then also, after we're done with this last page, stick around for a quick recap. It's good to kind of summarize the things we talked about and learned in this video, and also for future plans, okay? All right, I do believe. Ready, go. Sorry. Let me start over. Gosh, just one note, but all right. I do believe. Ready, go. let's try it together. Ready, go. Alright, now both hands. Ready, go. Alright, did that wrong. Ready, go. Alright, now that's it for today's lesson, but like I was mentioning earlier, quick recap. When you're practicing, do it, obvious stuff, like simplify it as much as possible. We're doing left hand, right hand, hands together, okay, things like that. And then practice in the small chunks. And again, these are just guidelines I gave you in this video. So if you don't like this big section I gave you, just do this much, or this much, or this much, okay? Just divide it up. And then once you have these small chunks going, you want to continually try to connect them into bigger chunks. It's like a chain, okay? Think of it that way. So you have one long chain from beginning to the end, all right? And then remember that it takes a while to do larger sections. If your concentration is not there, you can't really force it, okay? You can't force a muscle to grow. You can't like force a plant to grow, okay? You can't look at the soil and be like, grow, grow, grow. It's not gonna work. You have to wait until it sprouts and eventually grows into whatever plant. It could be a flower, it could be a tree, all right? So just take that in, keep that in mind, okay? And also, repetitions aren't that important as you think, like doing it over and over and over and over and over again. What I enjoy doing much more is to space your repetitions out. You try it once or a few times, okay? Whatever number you stick to, there's no like magic number, by the way. And then when it's getting good enough, just go to something else. Don't go for perfection. Do not go for perfection, okay? Get good enough. It's kind of like giving up and then go do something else, okay? Something else on piano. Or if you want to take a break, I'll leave that up to you, okay? And then you want to come back later and try it again. So if it's difficult, wait a shorter time. When it gets easier, wait a longer time. And then when you do the whole song, okay, I recommend you try this out. Really try to play this whole song to completion. And then when you get it completed and you can play it from beginning to end and it's really good, then test this concept out. Like wait a day in between, see if you can keep it going. And then wait like a couple days in between. Because I'll tell you from personal experience, there are a lot of songs, and if you're curious to see like how can I keep pumping out this content, these tutorials, it's because I keep it in my fingers by waiting. Sometimes I'll wait like a week in between, and then really difficult repertoire, I keep it in my fingers and memorize. I can wait like seriously, I'm not over exaggerating when I tell you this. Some songs I can get memorized by just reviewing them once a year, okay? Anyways, that's a topic for another video, but if that's interesting to you, go ahead and hit me up in the comment section below. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed this lesson. Thank you so much for taking the time out to watch this video. I hope to see you guys next time, and happy practicing. Have a great weekend.